Hello everyone, I'm Gabe Lorenzo. I'm joined now by the assistant coach of men's basketball, Coach Jean Marcial. Coach, coming off of a very competitive game against Meggers last game. You had a lot of key things happen in that game. You had Raheem Grant, you had also Isaiah Geathers, who played in the team's defense and their ability to make stops when you needed it. But what to you was the biggest takeaway from that game?
Man, it was a tough game overall. The key takeaway was toughness. You know, they came, we was up at halftime, they came, they made their run, and we was able to stay together. You know, Rod definitely gave us some great minutes off the bench. Dennis came off the bench, was wreaking havoc around the basket. You know, Isaiah kept on to what he's been doing all year, you know, and guys are going to just keep getting better that way.
Yeah, and Boyd also played the entire game, all 40 minutes, so he was a huge difference in that game. And also in the game, it started off, both teams going tit for tat, back and forth. You guys were able to run with it, and they were with a 14-point lead heading into the second half. What to you made the difference heading into second half with that lead?
We just stood to the game plan. You know, Sutton, he's been doing what he's been doing, and we challenged X, and he's delivered. You know, he was out there making it tough for him, and when he got a bucket, he didn't put his head down. He just kept on competing. And the guys seen that, and he picked them up, and we just kept running on that.
And it was a good game to come back home and get a W. Now you're headed to the road to take on your college in another conference game. What are you looking forward to in that game? Being that this game, last game versus Meggers, let's be honest, it showed how competitive your team was.
Yeah.
What do you expect against York?
I just hope we go over there and we compete. You know, we've been on the road, it's nothing new. We came home, and it was kind of the same way we've been playing on the road. So we just compete. We should be fine. But you know, it's definitely gonna be a tough one. But you know, it's a growing experience. So we just compete is key.
Fourth in the conference, you have John Jay, who's at the top. You guys are making your way there with this new core. What have you seen from the competition so far? I mean, you know what this conference is like. It's tough to beat a team 3 times. It's, you know, each game is important. But what have you seen that you know your team can compete and win these games? Like, what have you seen from those games that you can take away and gives you confidence heading into playoff time?
I think talent-wise, we match up well. I think with anybody in the conference. You know, we have the pieces. I think what certain teams have over us right now is experience. You know, so the experience, guys know each other on the court. The John Jay game was perfect. You know, they've been together for 3-4 years. It showed. We just got together, so we didn't know what to expect. So we got caught off guard. But that was a learning experience. Guys thought we focused up more. That's why we came in here, took care of business on Tuesday.
You're talking about the chemistry, and you got a new team. How do you feel the chemistry with this team now?
You know, it's developing. The more we play better, the confidence they gain within each other, so the more it shows. So, you know, we keep pushing the culture about chemistry, competition, unselfishness. Then I think it's going to stick. By January, early February, we should be fine.
And now you have 24 days, away from home. That's quite some time. I mean, but it's good to be on the road, get that challenge, and also, you know, knowing that you're going to be playing with your backs against the wall. You guys only have each other. So with these 24 days off, what are you looking to see from this team on the road?
It's tough because we're not together as much. I just hope they stay together, you know. Keep pushing each other, work out whenever they got to, but at the same time rest their bodies and be ready for coaches versus cancer, because that's the start of another chapter that we're trying to get to.
This weekend you have a game against Sarah Lawrence, another game for you guys on the road. But first you got to get this one. Yeah, right? Yeah. How is it important to get this one, being that it's a conference game, and continue to build off that momentum since that game against Meggers?
Yeah, we just try to take it one game at a time, knowing that we're so young, so we don't try to think ahead. So we just try to focus on what York has for us. We go down there, we take care of business. If we don't, we learn, and then we get ready for Sunday.
Coach in the road. Thank you.
Appreciate it.